Hi everybody, it's Colin Sandberg from Backbone Performance and Endurance Collective. Just wanted to make a quick video to sort of reach out to everybody, um, both my athletes and anybody else in the cycling and endurance community. Thought about writing a blog about some of this stuff, but with how this virus has progressed, it's just been so fast that I feel like anything that I would write would be out of date in a matter of days. So as of right now, today is Thursday, March 19th, and I just wanted to reach out with a few tips. Hopefully this can be a series of short videos that you can watch, help you get through this time as a cyclist and as a person, most importantly. So one thing to keep in mind is right now it's important to exercise, and I know that many of us are competitors, and we're bummed that on top of everything else, on top of being worried about this virus and worried about the economy, um, also a lot of the cycling season has been canceled. The Olympics will probably be canceled. So sort of wondering where to go from here, what to do. And yeah, there's more important things to worry about, but hey, this is a big part of our lives, and it's a bummer. But it's important to still exercise. Remember why we got into this in the first place. I know, speaking for myself, that I I get stressed out looking at the news reports, looking at social media, just talking to friends and family on the phone and everything. It stresses me out, and luckily I can get on the bike and helps take that away for a while. So don't forget that. It's more important to exercise than ever. Now, there's going to be some limitations about what we can do and what we can't do, and I'll go into more of that later. A couple of quick things I would say. One, make sure you've still got your indoor training setup dialed in, even though the weather's starting to get nicer here in spring, the beginning of spring. Everybody's wanting to get outside, and hopefully we can continue to do that for a while, depending on which area you're living in. But make sure that indoor training setup is still dialed in, ready to go if you need to, because some of us are going to need to train indoors, either um, because of local recommendations in your local government if you're in a hotspot, or maybe just because you're at home with your kid and you can't get outside on a ride. Um, as far as outdoor rides, I think for most of us, we can still get outside and ride at least on our own. Certain areas, if you're in a COVID-19 hotspot, or if you think you might be, then that might be a little bit difficult to do. You certainly, anytime you ride outside, you're taking a risk that you might crash, you might get in some sort of accident, and you want to make sure that they can take care of you with the local hospital. So use your judgment, certainly follow local recommendations wherever you live. Um, Riding with other people, I think, needless to say, at this point, the federal guideline is limited to groups of less than 10. Now, I think there's a lot of people who would advocate for more strict measures than that, and might even say, don't ride with anybody. But we'll talk about that later, and because I think it warrants a little bit of detailed discussion. I guess don't be a dick. Follow. Don't go against the local guidelines. A lot of this is not. It's not just about us. It's about protecting people in our community. So don't be a dick. Don't break the law. Don't go out in public if you don't absolutely need to. And don't be racist. Don't spread misinformation. I've seen a bunch of things on social media where I'm not blaming anybody for doing this, but be careful about what you post. Um, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Don't hoard stuff, especially things that people need. Masks, hand sanitizer. Remember, just it's not about you. And try to act locally. Get involved in your local organizations, in your community, in your city. Try to help out people you can, people who are in need, maybe people who are in high-risk groups that need somebody to pick up their medications or get groceries for them. And think about local businesses that might be struggling in this. If you're able to maybe consider paying your hairstylist or your massage therapist, even though you weren't able to keep that appointment because they're dependent on that income. Support your local bike shop. More important now than ever. Now in certain areas they're going to be closed, but I know in a lot of areas, people are wanting to ride their bikes. So, a bike shop could be a necessary business, a vital business. Support them if you can, either if you need to buy a bike or if you need service. Try to support the LBSs. Yeah, donate to your local food pantries. Do whatever you can do, but think globally, act locally. I'll be back for more. Hopefully everybody's hanging in there, staying sane. I've got a few things I want to talk about in terms of how to create new goals, since a lot of the events you might have been training for might be canceled. How to periodize differently in this situation. I want to talk about Zwift racing. I want to talk about how to eat healthy, even if you're sort of eating out of your pantry. With a lot of non-perishables. I want to talk about timing. I want to talk about, like I said before, how safe riding in a small group might be, depending on where you are, and a little bit of strength training stuff with strength training, since most of the gyms are closed. If you have any other ideas, any other questions, anything you want me to talk about, post in the comments. In the meantime, subscribe, hang in there. We're all in this together.